I was holding my tongue on this one, but let's talk about it. Why is it that we know everything that's coming out in Renegade? And when I mean by everything, I mean everything. There's no hidden nook or cranny. We know everything. Okay, so if you're a new player, usually when Bungie does like a Vidoc for their game, for their upcoming expansion, the most we'll get is like they'll showcase the new exotic armor to get people hyped, showing like, you know, the bare surface of what they do. Not full detail, but the bare surface of what the exotic does. And then they may showcase like they may showcase multiple exotic guns in the Vidoc, but like they may only explain one of them, and then the other ones is like mysterious. We try to basically speculate what they do, right? Then they may show us like a snippet of like the first story mission, and that's it. They'll tease the dungeon, and that's all we'll get, right? That's all we'll basically get. They may show some new guns, but we don't know nothing about the guns. They just look cool. We don't know what the perks they have or how they really work, really. We may see some new armor, cosmetics, how they look and whatnot. And then basically the rest is left to the player to like dissect and try to speculate what they think certain weapons do, or if we peep to another exotic inside the goddamn Vidoc that they didn't speak on, but we peep it, you know, small things like that. Really getting the players hype on exploring the new expansion that's coming out. Why is it that right now, Renegade, we know everything? Like everything? Even left one thing out. Even if they show like the new seasonal activity, right? They may give us a little snippet, right? Right now, I feel like, and just to make sure I don't say any spoilers in this video, I'm not going in depth with it, in case any other player out there don't want to know anything. But like, freaking, we know about the seasonal activity. We know about the new weapons that's coming, perk rolls and all, kind of crazy, right? We know what the dungeon weapons are. We know what perks roll on the dungeon weapons. We know the dungeon armor. We know the dungeon exotic. We know the story mode exotic. We know weapon. Bro, like freaking ridiculous. We know all this stuff. We shouldn't be knowing this stuff. Basically, we know the new seasonal exotic. We know in depth what each exotic armor does, which I'm okay about that one. But like, you know, first story mission, we know the artifact. The only thing we don't know about Renegade right now is the full story mode. But we know every weapon and stuff, which is crazy to me, especially the dungeon. Why do we know the dungeon weapons and they perks and have gameplay footage of it out there right now? Why do we know the dungeon exotic? Why do we know these things? There's supposed to be some type of air of mystery and curiosity when it comes to playing the new content, especially dungeon/raid. Bungie never tells us the armor, weapons, and exotic that comes with the raid or dungeon. But right now, we know everything. I understand, Bungie, you're desperate and you want people to play your expansion. And this for me to not spoil, but Bungie, this is not a smart PR move. What if the dungeon, again, I'm not gonna spoil if it's good or bad. What if the dungeon weapons were trash, Bungie? What if they was trash after a YouTuber showcased it? Now everybody just gonna say, oh, I don't need to buy the expansion because the dungeon weapons are trash anyway. Like, what are you doing, Bungie? What are you doing? I have no hate towards the content creators that's posting this content, by the way. It's not their fault. Bungie gave them the green light, okay? Bungie said, hey, that content's good, you can post it. That's how it works. These content creators cannot post content that Bungie did not allow and give them a green light to post, okay? So all the content creators that posting content, it is not their fault, okay? It is not their fault. And I don't blame them. The rich get richer. You know, hey, these content creators, they deserve it. They grind it to get to this point where Bungie will fly them out to get exclusive footage. And now they get an upper hand to post content in the market before everybody else. to get their traffic and viewers on their channel before the expansion comes out, so people want to watch their content before the expansion comes out. I have no issue with the rich getting richer. You had to grind to get to the rich point to begin with, so you deserve to be rewarded when you finally get there. So, but people that's hating on these content creators, saying why you posting this stuff, you spoiler, what the fuck, you know, it's not their fault. They doing what anybody would do in that position. Anybody would do it, even me. Like, what? But so don't throw hate towards content creators. That's dumb. But it is crazy that Bungie allowed these content creators to play with the in-game content, weapons, and armor. That is crazy. It's a dang shame. Shout out to Cool Guy. It's a dang shame that he got a video up on his channel where he's playing with the dungeon weapons and telling you all the perk rolls on the dungeon weapons. That's kind of insane. It's a shame that freaking you go to, like, what is it, Scaro video doing a Q&A on Renegade, and that man knows what's the dungeon exotic is. I'm not gonna spoil again. I'm not. If you ain't watching content, you trying to avoid spoilers, I'm not saying anything here. Okay, you have to do the research on your own. Watch these content creator videos on your own. But it's a shame that we already know the dungeon is out there. It's a shame that we already know every armor piece in the game and the passive traits that's on the armor pieces in the game. Again, I'm not gonna spoil if it's good or bad, but it's a shame that we already know all of that, so we can't be surprised on when an armor piece drop for us, we can read it and experience first time with everybody else. You know, I feel like Bungie didn't leave no type of air of mystery here for people to explore and be curious to get into different activities in the game to, you know, enjoy whatever new loot that they get and get a fresh air of, you know, some new ish. Be excited to see some new ish. I feel like the excitement has got killed. Personally, I've been avoiding it, so it's still there for me. But like, some people they got FOMO. They see a new video by a content creator, they're gonna click and watch it regardless. Okay, and I feel like even for the content creators, they took some of the goddamn curiosity away from them as well. Like, they shouldn't know what weapons and armor they gonna see when they get to participate in the contest mode dungeon. You know what I'm saying? This leads back into the issue that people said they don't like Destiny about right now, which is it feels like it's a checklist. Why make it that we know what these weapons and stuff have before the expansion comes out? Now everybody already got a checklist in their head about what weapon they're chasing after, what god roll they're going for, so they don't have to worry about, you know, playing whatever activity or whatever it is ever again. It shouldn't feel like it's a checklist. It should feel like when I play Destiny, I go into a world that is unknown to me and I have to explore this world and just first time experience the world with a bit of awe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we finna be looking at new destination and new activities and new dungeon and stuff, and we supposed to go in there with awe. When I beat a boss inside the new dungeon, I'm supposed to feel like, oh my god, let me look at this loot, I never seen it before, and read the new perks and stuff, you know, feel excited. You know, now it's like, if I spoiled myself, I didn't, but like, now it's like, if I spoiled myself and I go in there, now it's gonna be like, well, I already know what this weapon got. I already know I'm not looking for this weapon. I already know there's a better weapon in this dungeon I'm going for. I know this not the god roll. Like, you just know everything now, and that just takes the excitement out of it. You shouldn't know everything. So I don't know what Bungie never done this before. Bungie never let people know and play with the dungeon exotic. Bungie never let people play with the dungeon loot. Like, Bungie letting these people get away with too much footage. I feel like we finna get into Renegade, and everything we get into, we already seen before, because they showcased everything. They didn't leave no hint of mystery. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for us to get in Renegade, and there's like half of the game we haven't even seen that Bungie didn't let the content creator show us. But as of right now, I know every exotic, I know every weapon, I know every armor, I know the seasonal activity, I know the first story mode mission. I just know everything. I just know everything. And that just seems weird to me. That just seems weird to me, and play it out, to be honest. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. I don't think we should be knowing everything about a new expansion. Something should be sprinkled in there to get us hyped, but this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And it's not like Bungie allowed them to drop this the day of the expansion or 1 day before the expansion. These niggas been posting content for a week before the goddamn expansion. A week! Like, golly! Every day I hop on here, it's a new video talking about something else inside Renegade that I think could have been like, you know, waited until Renegade dropped. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.